Well, maybe we should open it up to questions. What do you think? Has anyone got any questions? Any thoughts?
Like who? Give us examples of people you couldn't care less about in comedy.
Pretty much all of them.
I mean, present company excluded, of course. My opinion means the world to Frankie.
Yeah. I know there's loads of comics I really love. I really love Doug Stanhope. I went to see him when he was in London last time. He was brilliant.
I tell you, I like American stand-ups that maybe people haven't heard of, because it's pointless us recommending people that you already know are good. But there's a guy in America called Anthony Jeselnik, who I just think is extraordinary. He's on the roast of Charlie Sheen. He just does a tiny bit on that. But if you get a chance, his Comedy Central special is exceptional. He's just a brilliant comic. And if you like the kind of stuff that Frankie and I do, it's the same ballpark.
And a slightly different type of comic, Maria Bamford, who's an American comedian and just like the best comedian in the world, I think. She's
extraordinary, yeah. And she does a lot of voices and a lot of messing around. But I mean, if you take anything away from today, download some Maria Bamford and some Jeselnik. I mean, she's extraordinary talents. Louis C.K. I rate as one of the best in the world as well. I mean, I think a lot of people are already at that party, but if you haven't seen him, he's amazing.
And Bill Burr, if you've not seen Bill Burr, he does actually a free podcast every week as well. It's just absolutely bonkers. It's great.
He's like an angry ginger guy. How come you like him?
Yeah. He is actually. He is a brilliant comic.
Yeah. Any other? I mean, you can ask us anything. Oh, Spider-Man, you got a question.
Have either of you ever regretted telling a joke at all?
I don't think. I mean,
I have actually regretted a few things, but they're not sort of the ones you would imagine kind of thing. There's always like you can never be like perfect on thinking about it, right? But certainly I did a TV show in I try. I did a TV show in Scotland, right? And there was an advert that was a health advert in Scotland saying speak to your kids more, right? And I did a routine about what a kind of stupid advice they're giving us now, right? And I really regretted it when I thought about it, because I thought that's exactly the advice that people need. It's exactly bad parenting's one of the big problems in Scotland. And probably some guy steered that through a bunch of meetings and went, no, that's what we need to do. And then I'm just turning up, you know. I really did regret that. And there's a feel like that, you know. When you think
I don't know. Well, I think that's kind of okay though, because even if you make a joke of it, it makes just more awareness of it. I wouldn't, you know. I think it's just that thing if it's out there in the ether to talk about these things. I mean, in terms of regret, I don't think so. Because it's a weird thing where you can pick the joke. I could pick a joke that I've got into trouble with in the press and say, well, I wish I hadn't told that. But that could have been, there's probably maybe 10 or 20 jokes on the DVD, on the new one, that could be front pages of the Daily Express. If they chose to go after me. If they said, look, this guy, it's his turn, let's get him. There's loads of jokes they could pick. And they didn't pick unreasonable ones. The ones that they picked are a fair summation of the kind of work I do. And I think you've got to stand behind it and go, well, that's the sort of thing I say. If you don't like it, I'm fine with that.
I always look at it and think they could have literally picked any joke. You just they're all like that, you know. And they sort of go, oh, that particular thing, naughty man. Get the DVD. You've got a year's worth of stories ahead of you.
Yeah, I did a thing. It's weird the ones that don't get picked on. Sometimes you tell a joke and you think, oh, I might get into trouble for this, but I just sort of, I'll say it anyway, I don't care. And then there's nothing. I did one about Jimmy Savile the other day. Like, literally, he'd been dead 2 hours. And I said, Jimmy Savile, the presenter of Jim Will Fix It, has died. I guess he finally got round to reading my letter. Nothing. They couldn't care less. It's just weird sometimes how... it's never the ones you expect. Should we have another question? Sure. From over there.
Jimmy, you obviously really enjoy the live performance side of it. And for the last few years, you've been touring pretty relentlessly. Is that something you plan to do for the next 20 or 30 years, or do you have other things you're going to work on otherwise?
I think so. I really like the comics that I really kind of aspire. I mean, George Carlin we just mentioned, but George Carlin, someone like that, or Billy Connolly, someone that's, for me, sort of being a comedian, that kind of journeyman thing of going, well, this is my job, and I'll keep on doing this and coming up with shows. As long as I can do it, I'll do it. I mean, it's the polar opposite of Frankie. I mean, I think... I don't know what the motivation is there. I think there's just a weird personality disorder that I've exploited. I would like to just keep on doing it. So I'd like to keep on doing it. And I've kind of found a core audience now. I think I maybe offend less people now because there's a core audience that go, I'll go and see a show, like they come and see it once every 12 months and they buy the DVD every year. And it's, once you've got that kind of core, you can kind of relax a little bit. People kind of come back and you're preaching to the choir, so to speak. People get that it's a joke and they get you just messing. And it's a nice
But don't
thing.
you get knackered? Because I just find I get halfway through those tours and I'm just absolutely a physical wreck and slightly nuts. Don't you just, does it ever get to you?
Not so much. I mean, I don't know. I don't have kids though, so I think that's a big.
Yeah.
So I kind of live to work, rather than work to live. I got nothing else going on. This is it. Yeah. Just got some jokes. Please like me. It's tragic when you say it like that, though, isn't it? This is like being interviewed or doing this kind of thing. It's such sort of. It's just cheap therapy for us. Well, so was your question basically, when will you stop? Please, for the love of God, stop touring. Enough already. I put dates in for Christmas 2013 the other week. I basically put them in the future. Any other questions we could?
When you tour the country, do you have to change your routines as opposed to what part of the country you're in? Like, would you do something different in Wales as you would sort of in Scotland?
Not in the least. I've never found that you change it anywhere.
People have different areas of what they will and won't accept, but I pretty much, I do a very similar show and I write some jokes about the town usually.
I find it's nights of the week, nothing to do with where you are in the country. Right. I find just certainly, kind of Friday night, people tend to be super boisterous because they've gone out after work, maybe at 6 o'clock because they're seeing a show, they've met up with some friends, they've had a few drinks, and by the time the show comes on, by the time I'm on stage at 8, they're pretty tanked up and kind of ready for fun. Saturday nights, they're a bit calmer. Saturday nights are probably the best. Sunday nights are great. Tuesday nights, they've clearly booked it going, I'll go and see him on the 29th. Great, we'll get tickets. Fabulous. And then they arrive and go, it's a Tuesday, and think, well, I want to be watching CSI. What am I doing now? Just kind of a bit I'm not sure how to react. They take a bit more warming up. But I think it's surprisingly uniform. The thing I find really weird is, like, an audience this size, it's probably, 100 people here. It's not that many people. But as a focus group, audiences have got this there's a weird crowd intelligence where if a joke works, even in a 50-seater little warm-up room where we do tryouts for tours, if it works with 50 people, it'll work with 2,500 people. And there's a weird, I find it very odd how the British public have got kind of an identity that kind of that intelligence of, when I said when audiences regulate comedy, you decide what is and what isn't acceptable. And it's pretty universal, the reaction.
Yeah, it's strangely so.
Yeah.
I often warm up in like just 50-seaters.
But they'll have the same big laughs, laughing, a round of applause. Everything will be the same sort of rhythm as it would be in a huge room. Yeah. Oh, you've got a question. Oh, lady. Hello, lady.
Like, coming off the back of that question, do you have a favourite place in the country to play?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. It's probably somewhere like. I mean, I really like Liverpool because there's always a slight sense of edge because it's got a real reputation as a tough place to play. And if they love you, they really love you. And if they hate you, they can be quite harsh. I mean, I did a DVD in Glasgow because people are just mental. Like, they're really kind of aggressive audiences and they heckle a lot. And I like a lot of audience interaction in the DVD, so you can guarantee you'll get heckled a lot. But I mean, they're all good. I find the shitter the town, the better the response. There's a weird thing where, not in that sense of like even shitty, like Inverness is a beautiful town, on Loch Ness it's gorgeous. If you go there as a comedian, there's a sense of, oh, he's come here. We don't have to travel 4 hours to see him at the SECC. There's like, people are glad, or you go and play Clacton, somewhere big up Clacton, yeah, nice. But it's a weird thing where if you go to a small place, like I do quite a lot of kind of even sub 1,000, like sort of 900-seater gigs, so small regional theatres. Like if you go to Dudley, so I play a lot, I've recorded this DVD in Birmingham, but I played Dudley, which is only 7 miles away. But I played to sort of 1,000 people there in the town hall. And they're so pleased you came, because a lot of them are young people that don't drive or people that, it's just easier to get to. And I think they kind of appreciate that. There's a weird sense where people want to go out, but some people haven't got the wherewithal to travel as well. So any other... Oh, yeah, oh, there you go. Yeah, then why not? The mic's right next to you.
Do you have a definitive moment in comedy where you sort of thought, I am funny, and then it come off the back of that, if you know what I mean?
I'm super looking forward to it. It's going to be where I kind of went, oh, I've made it kind of thing. Not really. I think if you look, like, I've done 7 DVDs now, and if you look at the first one, I look like I have a stick up my arse. I mean, I'm so uptight and nervous, and performance-wise, you feel like you get better every year, or I certainly feel like my performance changes a little bit, and I'm a bit looser than I was, and a bit more myself. And my stage persona or kind of character is getting closer to who I actually am. And that's kind of an onward going, thing. And hopefully you just get better all the time. But I don't think I wouldn't have thought that I'm there yet in terms of, when you look at someone like, as effortless as George Carlin, you kind of slightly go, wow, what's the point of me?
I started out being very uptight, and then I did a show at Edinburgh called The Voice of Black America, and I bought a pink suit and I just tried to do it like a Black American guy would, just do the whole show like that. And
Well, we were
that was
both
a turning
very into like Dave Chappelle
Yeah.
and Chris Rock as like stand-ups that just are on stage and have got just a certain way about them. I mean, especially Dave Chappelle. I just think he's got this incredible stage presence and charisma, and just having fun with it. I mean, having fun with it is really the thing. Kind of sometimes it becomes a job. Sometimes I find myself like on 8 out of 10 Cats or something, going, right, got to write these jokes about this subject this week, and you're very forced into thing, and reminding yourself to be grateful that it's such a fun thing to do, just to kind of have and having a laugh, because essentially your job is to have fun.
Yeah, and to not take it too seriously, because it's such a stupid thing to do. It's like, oh yeah, this is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but the status it's afforded as well, and I think that's partly to do with the nature of fame in our society. I don't know how you feel about the thing. I don't know if anyone read the Jonathan Franzen thing about the ache. Did you read that short piece he wrote about how fame has sort of replaced religion in our society? That idea that people think, if I'm like in the way that heaven used to be a thing, people used to want to go to heaven. Now people want to be famous. It's kind of replaced it as a thing where people think, well, I'll be all right if that happens. Yeah. It's a weird kind of thing where you get a lot of status just through being a man that says rude things on TV. It's weird. You really feel like you haven't earned it as well. I think that's part of the reason I tour so much. But you do it because that gives you a sense of worth of like, oh, well, I am working. I'm doing something. Even though it's a stupid thing, I'm doing a lot of it.
You've just made that sound terrible.
Any other questions? Anything else you'd like to know? You got your hand up. We'll give you a microphone. Give him a microphone. He has curly hair.
Are there any like particular topics or areas you think are taboo, which you wouldn't?
It's
you wouldn't
very
do?
Yeah. I think they're definitely. I mean, I don't know about you, but definitely for me, it's very difficult to make airplane food funny. It just feels like someone else has got there before.
Flooring is a very difficult area, I've always found.
Flooring, well, you could, I think there's a joke about Hispanics and underlay that you could maybe put together, but yeah. I'm with you on that, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, there are taboos, but the question is, do you want to respect them?
I think
I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead, man. How are you going to use it? See the man behind you?
Just like that.
Just
I
like
want to congratulate the cameraman here, who is doing a wonderful job.
I couldn't agree more.
Because he is.
Yeah, this is Well, I think, fabulous.
That's one of the 3 weirdest things that's ever happened, I think. Anyone else whose work you're enjoying? Because we're feeling a bit miffed.
How badly is this going? But not only that guy was just looking at the cameraman, but that got the biggest laugh. This is going badly, isn't it?
I can't wait till you go home tonight and say to your wife, well, the cameraman was particularly good.
What, sorry? Pimp by your colleague. Pimp by your colleague. You're my new favourite human being. Please. Can I get him... You're from the Apple Store. Can I get him washed and brought to my room? I'm joking. Don't wash him.
Really hoping he doesn't have a gun.
Definitely one of yours.
Yeah.
Definitely
I don't think
one
he's
of
one of
yours.
anybody's. Take care of the rover.
Take care of the rover, yeah.
Yep, we will do. And good night.
I don't know if you've got a catchphrase, but take care of the rover. If you learn anything this evening, take care of the rover. Yeah, he needs something, doesn't he?
Anyone else enjoyed the work of the technical crew?
Go
on. How do you feel about hecklers? In particular, you say about like friendship with the crowd.
Well, I used to get heckled a lot in the clubs. Especially when I would play like the Stand in Glasgow or something, like I'd play like rough towns, and I'd be.
You really need to visit some other towns in the west of Scotland, Jimmy. You need to do.
No, I don't. I go to enough. But like I have to actively now say, right, we're going to have a little time out, and if you want to heckle something aggressive, we'll do some heckles, we'll have some heckle put downs. It'll be a lot of fun. But literally, I have to say it now because people kind of, once you've come out to a show, once you've paid £25 to come to a show, you don't want to mess up the evening for yourself or the people around you. You don't want to be that guy. you want to feel like you're in a safe place, but sometimes it's fun to shout your mama. Sometimes it's just fun to shout. And it's also, the thing in the room is, I like the idea that I haven't got the monopoly on being funny. Like, because it's a weird thing with comics, you're not on a pedestal. I mean, we literally are on a pedestal, as I say. but people don't look up to us in the same way as they look up. If it was a musician up here or a film star, people are in awe of their talent and like, oh, wow, they're amazing. With comics, you sit there and go, yeah, he's funny, but I like that sort of, I've got the same sort of sense of humour as him, or we laugh like that with our mates. The most common conversation I have when I meet people after shows is going, I've got a mate who's really funny, he should do it as well. And I want those people to join in the show. And sometimes I'll rinse them a little bit, but not too much. God, you had a question as well. It seems to be coming in pairs.
How did both of your first gigs go?
Mine went really, really well, and then I later found out that crowd had lied to me, and my act was shit. It just went amazingly well. I thought, I am great at this, and then just burned for the next few.
Yeah, I had a really good first gig, like really good 5 minutes above a pub. Well, it's the thing that people don't really talk about in Great Britain. People talk about people playing the O2 and the Comedy Store and the theatres that we kind of play. But they don't. The stand-up circuit, like the like people like above pubs trying 5 minutes of stuff. We've got the best circuit in the world. It's so easy to get stage time here compared to anywhere else in the world. And those early gigs, people are so supportive. The kind of social thing. If anyone's thinking of doing stand-up, I would strongly recommend you give it a go. Because even if you just try it once and it's a disaster, you'll enjoy stand-up a lot more as a result. But mine was fine. Second one was dreadful. Okay,
no, it's my birthday tomorrow, and I'd really like you to say me a happy birthday.
It's your birthday tomorrow? Well, I can't ask you your age because you're a lady. How much do you weigh? Go on.
7 stone. Yeah.
I can't believe you answered that one. Okay.
What's your name?
Amanda.
Amanda.
Should we wish Amanda a happy birthday?
Of course we should, Joe.
Please.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. This is weird. Happy birthday, dear Amanda. Who's 7 stone? Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Hooray!
Cheers.
That
You've
feels...
definitely made my year. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.